Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. I haven't recorded a video since last 2 weeks, so I was thinking of recording a quick video on covering some of the sectors that you have requested on my X account. So today I will be covering about the current status of pharma, data center, and AI related. Some of the stocks, not all, PSU banks, fertilizer, and textiles on the RRG chart. So let's quickly dive into the RRG chart. So I'm on the RRG chart, and let's begin with the first one, which is pharma. So let's quickly move on to pharma. So I'm on the strike uh, platform. And just a quick disclaimer, whatever stocks that we talk about on in this video, it's not a buy and sell recommendation. Just to understand how RRG chart gives an indication in terms of relative strength and relative strength momentum um, between the four quadrants so that we can take informed decisions. So don't take it as a buy and sell recommendation. I will also leave a link to subscribe for the Strike platform. If you use my link, you will get a 10% discount. So it's up to you. Happy to, include this. I'm happy to include this tool into my investing journey because this really helped me a lot in terms of understanding the rotation and every stock and every sector go through the different cycles, and this helped me to capture the movement of different quadrants within the RRG chart. So this is a this is an added advantage, and anyone can utilize this. So let's move on to pharma. So I've created different watch list, and in fact, you can create a different watch list as well. Once you have the access to Strike platform, it's free for the first 7 days, so you can play around with the RRG chart and other features that we have on the RRG chart on the Strike platform. So let's move on to the pharma. Yeah, pharma. You might not see all the stocks that you wish to know about, but I've added almost all the stocks. So first thing first, the benchmark should be Nifty 500 as we have on the RRG chart. And what I see right now is look at the population. So most of the stocks on a weekly chart. So data that you see is updated for the weekly chart as on 4th of November. And I would highly recommend to look at the weekly chart because daily chart will have a lot of noise. I will be recording another video tomorrow to cover the last 5 days movement of different sectors on the RRG chart. But the weekly data gets updated on every Monday. So don't get confused about weekly and daily data. So the benchmark is Nifty 500, and the time frame is weekly. And you can look at almost all the pharma stocks are losing RS momentum. Still, they have a good RS. So those who are watching my video this first time, just want to let you know that the x-axis represents the RS ratio, which is nothing but relative strength ratio, and the y-axis is a momentum. And we have four quadrants: improving, leading, weakening, and lagging. And I believe most of you will get the meaning of these. So any indices which is in leading is good as long as it stays in leading, but doesn't get into weakening or lagging, right? So this is how it works. It's a clockwise rotation. It doesn't have anti-clockwise, but it has a clockwise rotation. So most of the pharma stocks, if I have to look at it, yeah, there are exceptions for sure, are into leading and are into weakening. What does that mean? So some of the stocks, I could say that they're losing, and most of the stocks are losing the RS momentum, though they have the good relative strength at this point in time. So the ones which you see in the green are in leading. The ones which you see as orange are into weakening at the moment. So this is the current status of the pharma stocks. Let's move on to the next one, data center and AI. This was a little tricky for me. What I see on the X account and everywhere, I don't see people are covering the right data center stocks, but happy to cover this, and you can play around as well. So if you have any other stock other than the listed one over here, feel free to add in the RRG chart, and you can have a look at those on the RRG chart to see where they reside at the moment. So Anantraj is still, I think, is still in leading, but losing the RS momentum. Um, Interesting to see if it goes further into weakening and lose some more RS momentum, heads toward lagging. But at this point in time, it is in leading, but having a reduction in the RS momentum. ADSL, the same situation. It has reduced RS momentum and also slightly decreased the RS as well. Not significant, still in leading. Black box, significant RS momentum. You can see the tail length, and there is a turnaround, a little bit. So what does that mean? That means that it has improved the RS momentum. So you can see that RS momentum is 91.65. So when it goes to here, 92.07. So there is a slight increase in the RS momentum, but there is a reduction in the relative strength. Just to be clear about this. And the same thing with the D-Link as well. Yeah. So for Techno Electric Engineering and Company Limited, it is into weakening at the moment and having a significant reduction in the RS, which is nothing but relative strength, and very slight improvement in the RS momentum at the moment. Same thing with uh, Orion Pro, Gulf Engine Oil, I believe, Gulf Oil Technologies. Oh, sorry, uh, Gulf Oil Lubricants India Limited. The same thing, as a significant reduction in the RS momentum in RS at the moment. NetBev is trying to get into leading, but there is a reduction in the RS momentum here, slight reduction, and happy to see if this goes into leading again. So this is all about the data center, some of the stocks in data center and AI, and feel free to use Strike platform to capture other stocks that you wish to. Now, and there was one more request for PSU Bank, so let's cover the PSU Bank as well. Um, I already have the watch list created, so let's look at that. Yeah, you wouldn't see many of them over here, but the overall the status that I could say is um, it's same, right? I know most of them are into improving, which is good. So what does that improving means? They have the good improvements in terms of RS as well as RS momentum. So Bank of Baroda, I could see that stands out good at the moment. South Indian Bank looking good at the moment with the good RS momentum and RS. Bank of India is also having the similar thing. Union Bank of India has to cover a lot of space. What does that mean? That means that a lot of RS required, relative strength is required to cover this space to get into leading. Indian Bank is having a significant improvements in the RS momentum and RS, so getting into improving, and SBI is already into improving. So this is the overall status of PSU banks. Moving on to fertilizer and textiles. So let's get into uh, uh, let's get into agrochemical. So I have recorded as agrochemical. So let's change this to Nifty 500. All right. So yeah, this is a mixed one. So there are four of them into leading. So Sharda crop is into leading and very significant improvements in the RS and RS momentum. More, I think Mega Money Organic Limited is losing the RS momentum and slight decrease in the RS momentum, not significant, but from the beginning, I think starting week of October 7th, it is losing the momentum. PI industry, slight reduction in the RS momentum, but RS is still strong. Bear Corp is having a good RS momentum and slight improvement in the RS. IPL losing the RS momentum at the moment significantly and getting towards lagging, but interesting to see if there is any further changes. And So we need to keep an eye. And the rest of the things you can have a look at it. I want you to spend some time to understand this. And those who have not watched my previous videos can have a look at those videos as well. So this is the overall status of agrochemical. And then textile. Okay, let's look at the textile as well. So let's look at the textile. Very interesting. So most of them I see, some of them like Jindal Poly is there is a turnaround, but let's see if it gets into a leading from weakening with good RS momentum and RS. Yeah, CRM Silk is headed towards into leading. Yeah, so most of them are in weakening quadrant, but I see if I look at some of them, like head is turned towards leading from weakening, so there could be turnaround story for textile as well. So I would let you folks to study this independently and to understand the fundamental catalyst, and you can combine with the technicals as well to see whether it has a good relative strength compared to Nifty 500 or Nifty 400 mid and small cap. So that's something which you can study independently. By the way, I would be covering the weekly status for the last 5 days tomorrow. So I'll record another video tomorrow and share it with everybody. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday evening. Keep learning, keep enhancing your skills, and yeah, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you, everybody.